One of the most mysterious aspects of Star Wars, the Acolyte is Amandla Stenberg's May, and there's a lot to unpack about who she is and what role she'll play in the Star Wars show. The Acolyte story details are still being closely guarded, but a new trailer for the Acolyte has given a glimpse into what's in store. One of the biggest reveals was Amandla Stenberg's character, May, though the trailer left plenty of aspects of her character uncertain. Some of the key takeaways from the Acolyte's trailer gave insights into who May is, but her character is still shrouded in mystery. May will likely be one of the most important characters in the entire show, so understanding who she is and what is driving her will be absolutely crucial. Here's everything we know about May so far, from her allegiances to the actor who plays her. Amandla Stenberg's May is not a Sith, nor is she a Jedi. Though the show's title could hint that May will be a Sith, given the history of Sith acolytes in Star Wars, it seems more likely that May stands somewhere outside the binary of dark and light side users. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, the Acolyte's showrunner Leslie Headland said as much about May, and that it would be hard to determine her allegiance. May likely won't be simply good or bad, as the Acolyte has promised to be one of the most complex and nuanced Star Wars stories to date, and her character will probably follow that same trend. The Acolyte's character details also mention that May had been swept up into a sinister mystery, and that wording implies she didn't originally want to be involved on either side. There were also several subtle hints in the trailer that indicated May was a combination of both the dark and light sides of the Force. May was likely a former Padawan of Master Soul, giving her a history with the light side, and her fights with different Jedi highlight her connection to the dark side. Her purple robes also combine the Jedi and Sith's traditional colors, red and blue, into a blend of both. Even the Acolyte's title hints at May's complicated role, as Sith acolytes weren't official members of the dark side group. One of the biggest hints, though, came from May's fighting style. Amandla Stenberg's May is an incredibly skilled warrior. Amandla Stenberg as May pointing a dagger in front of her with a mask covering the lower half of her face in the trailer for Star Wars, The Acolyte. Throughout the trailer, May was seen fighting both Master Indara and Master Soul, two highly trained and exceptionally skilled Jedi. Holding her own against them would be a feat in itself, but May matched their combat abilities with just a simple dagger, not a lightsaber, which is all the more impressive. She also displayed an impressive level of physicality in her fights by flipping around and demonstrating a knowledge of martial arts. Even when Indara shoved her back with a force push, May was able to resist it and stay on her feet, which the average combatant would not be able to do. While the details included in May's fight scenes reveal quite a bit about her, what was left out of her battles reveals even more. In both of her fights in the trailer, May didn't use the Force in the same way as the Jedi she fought. Neither a Jedi or a Sith would shy away from using the Force, so May's reluctance to use it indicates that she doesn't belong to either group. It could even be a hint that she's cut herself off from the Force entirely, which would make her even more different from the two main groups. Is May the one with the red lightsaber in The Acolyte? A hand holding a red lightsaber from the Acolyte image via Disney+. The end of the Acolyte's trailer showed someone catching a red lightsaber mid-flight, presumably to then use it in battle. It likely wasn't May who caught the lightsaber, though, as the trailer was guarding the identity of its wielder quite closely. May has already been revealed, and if the lightsaber was hers, hiding her identity wouldn't accomplish much. It would also contradict what little is known about her character, as the show's character details said she was put into the center of a conflict in unexpected ways, while wielding a lightsaber would make her a much more active participant in the conspiracy than that description implies. Even if May was a Sith acolyte, she wouldn't have had access to a red lightsaber at that point in her training. Red lightsabers are made by bleeding kyber crystals, a process that requires a Sith apprentice to first kill a Jedi and take their crystal. She also wouldn't have been strong enough in the dark side to use the massive force push shown in the trailer, and she likely wouldn't have taken on such a large group of Jedi. May might be a skilled fighter, but those feats would be beyond her strength given her level of training, so the lightsaber likely belonged to an unidentified Sith.